All right, is there a motion to the public meeting of the Holyoke Planning Board for Tuesday, December 10th at 2024?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Roll call vote for Kate,
Yes.
Mimi,
Yes.
Rosanna,
Yes, ma'am.
Lauren,
Yes.
and Gardner.
Yes.
All right. First up, under zone change, site plan review, subdivision special permit is the special permit for Burlington. And I believe we have a notice of decision draft available.
There is in the Google Drive. There's the current draft.
You want me to pull it up, Jeff?
If you could, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question? I don't know to what extent we can take things out of order because I see that Mr. Brown is here and he's later, and can we, since it's the meeting and we don't have to, it's not public hearing, can we move that up and just deal with that so he can?
I'm happy to do that.
I don't know if anybody is here for the River Access Center either. There's some
Well, yeah,
people.
but if that's a motion to take the Kelly Way bonds discussion item out of order, I am happy to entertain it.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Oh, the hell with the vote. Let's just do it. Mr. Brown.
It's just a meeting.
That must mean you're
Oh.
getting tired.
Oh, a little punchy, but I understand. Stop me if I am misunderstanding your letter, but it looked to me as though what you're asking is simply that we approve your substitution of one bond issuer for the other.
That was my original request. As we are in front of the board, I guess my other request, which is related to it, would be, can we just do away with the bonds altogether? They were originally put in place to ensure that certain work was done on this solar project 6, 7, 8 years ago, and that work has been completed for years. So the bonds aren't really ensuring anything anymore. Absent that, yes, we would like to at least replace them because we are no longer doing business with the sureties that put the original bonds in place.
So none of the bonding in place is there to guarantee against decommissioning and removal of the project?
We do have a decommissioning bond in place, and that has already been replaced. We worked through a representative with the Holyoke Gas and Electric Company to get that done.
Okay, because that was obviously, an ongoing issue, and I didn't
Yes.
see anything about it in the bonds.
Because it's already been completed.
Yeah.
But what the individual that we spoke to there said he could not help us with these bonds. So he referred us to Jeff Burkott, who then said we needed to come in front of this board to deal with these two bonds.
Okay. And so, I guess, Jeff, you've had a look at them. Do you see any work that is still guaranteed by them that we would have to complete or continue to hold these bonds for? Yes, I can talk.
I mean, ultimately, the bonds that were there were for the well, it was referenced as 5. I thought, and a couple of them, the way they were listed, I guess I'd almost have to ask for clarification because 2 of them seemed as though they were landscape. And then the other, I'm just trying to go back to that now just to refresh my memory. Let's see. Please bear with me 1 second. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm sorry. When I read the letter, I assumed that this was just a replacement and there was no question of discharging them at this point. So I did not read carefully through to see what they covered.
1 second, please. Let's see.
I mean, my feeling would be is if in fact they are all just for the construction and not for anything that's continuing at all, then that shouldn't be a problem, but I would love to have Mimi or you know, maybe Jane just look and make sure. So that we have time to just have the lawyerly assurance that it's done right. And then, you know, if in fact it is, which it sounds like it should be, then we could go ahead and do that.
And we can provide whomever you need us to submit to photographic evidence showing that the work has in fact been done.
So one of the bonds was actually to the Holyoke Stormwater Authority for an encroachment permit for work to be performed. And that was a $15,000 bond.
Yes, and the other one was in relation to planting trees
Correct. So-
around.
Right.
Yeah.
The other one was tree installation, which though they're not always maintained in the best manner, the trees are there. In some shape or form.
Yes,
Right, and then so
Understood.
there were two bonds. One was so there's a bond that's referred to it, as you had forwarded me. One was tree installation, and the other one was executed. So I'm not quite sure. Can I?
well, I think what I forwarded to you is I forwarded you the original bonds that
Okay,
are
gotcha.
currently in place, and then the new bonds that we had issued that we
Okay,
wanted to
gotcha.
replace them.
Gotcha.
That's why you've got 4.
Okay, thank you. And then that encroachment bond, though, I don't know much about that one. That has been applied to the Holyoke Stormwater Authority. Can you further any information about that?
I will tell you what I know. I also, by the way, have Mike Howell on the line with us, who is our Director of Assets. I wasn't personally around at the time all this work was done. But my understanding is it was to perform work on the site to ensure that proper runoff of the stormwater,
Okay.
which is not unusual for these types of projects. I would imagine it, because we do have a stormwater permit, so I would imagine that what came about as part of the issuance of the stormwater permit, that they asked us to do this additional work.
Okay.
Yeah, so we may be best off consulting them.
Right. Yeah, because what we've got here is, yeah, I mean, ultimately, we've got the encroachment permit performance bond, and then we have the executed bond related to stormwater. Then we've got the tree installation bond, and then we have the tree installation executed bond. And then there's the performance bond letter of replacement. So realistically, there's only 2 bonds here, because it appears that 2 of them are the well, again, one is executed, one is the bond, and one is the executed bond.
Well,
And
all the executed was, it's my own file naming because I had 1,000
Gotcha.
files on this.
Right,
But the ones that say executed would be the brand new bonds that we had issued, but
right,
until the city accepts them and replaces them, they're just sitting there.
yeah. I mean, as long as I mean, in my opinion, as long as this isn't getting rid of any decommissioning bond, which you've already established or said that you're not, these
No.
really probably don't apply anymore.
Yeah, and I can send you a copy of the current decommissioning bond if that helps.
That'd be great, honestly. If you could, that'd
Yeah.
be wonderful, because we don't have that. So that'd be
Not a problem.
Jeff, have the permits been closed out though? Do we know?
Well, at this point, for this site, it has been closed. I mean, as far as the planning board at this, over the history of our solar projects, there's only been 2 that are still under watch, say. This one here has been allowed to flip the switch, so to speak.
Hmm.
Okay. This was the one on, yeah.
And we have, confirmation that the runoff on the stormwater
See,
was.
that I don't. Like, so from
Right,
my
so-
perspective, I haven't gotten any complaints from the abutter So I can only assume it's functioning. But other than that, I mean, I don't know how else we would do it. You know, do we call upon, I mean, it's so difficult. I mean, it sounds awful. It's so difficult because we'd have to reach out to our interim city engineer who's not going to know much about this project, unfortunately. So I don't know how we would address that.
She should be able to review the permit though and see if everything, the work that's been done is in compliance with that permit that's been issued,
Sure.
in theory.
Sounding to me as though, Kate probably summed this up, which is the answer is likely to be yes, but we need to do our due diligence.
Right. I think
Just-
there's just, I think there's a little bit more information that we just need to confirm before we say we're
Yeah.
going to go ahead and say that they're no longer necessary.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, but assuming that everything is, that there are no outstanding issues and we can confirm it. So if there's no reason for the bond, there's no reason for it, but we do need to make sure.
Understood?
So I'm going to suggest we will look into this, and I don't know whether we will be done by January 14th at our next meeting, but I would hope that there is a good shot at it.
May I make an additional request,
Sure thing.
which is just, for reasons having nothing to do with the city, I may come under a time crunch to, at a minimum, get these bonds replaced. If for whatever reason, at a date I've got to get this done, if you're not in a position to completely release the bonds, would you approve the substitution of them? I prefer not to do that because there's a cost to me, but if I have to, I have to.
I don't know about anybody else, but I felt that the substitution wasn't problematic at all.
Yeah, that doesn't seem problematic, but obviously it would be nice if we could release them for you.
Okay. I appreciate that. That way I don't necessarily have to go through an entire hearing again just to get a substitution if it's necessary.
No, I think we can vote that out. That doesn't need a hearing, but we do need
Thank you.
to. So we will get on this for you. And
Okay.
are there any other questions that anybody wants to ask before we let you go? Again, hearing none, I think we're set for now, and we will move this forward as quickly as we can.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And where's my participants list? So what is your pleasure? Do you want to go back to regular order and get rid of Burlington
That's totally fine.
signs, or
I just didn't want to make him wait longer.
Yeah.
So,
no, I
That
appreciate
was
that.
nice. Thoughtful.
I didn't realize what he was here for, so I was glad that you had my attention to it.
and I think Gurninder called me to say that he had to switch to his phone, so I'm assuming that iPhone is Gurninder.
Yes, I am.
Excellent.
Okay, so if Bree, if you can get us that notice of decision, we can get that out of the way, I would hope.
I'm sorry, everything broke up a little bit. One notice of decision? Sorry.
Burlington, which I believe
Okay,
is the only
one
one we
second,
have
yep.
to deal with today.
I gotcha. 1 second. Oh. I have it right up. Mhm.
Okay, everybody looking at it? So this is one notice of decision for both of the signs. So the one facing the highway and the one facing the parking lot. And obviously the material in red is the proposed findings.
Jeff, when I looked at this before, there were some
Oh, you know what? I didn't update
there were
the,
some changes.
right, this was I was doing that on the network. I didn't do it on the Google Drive. So with that, we had already removed the word multiple from number 4. And you wanted to add it as a, let me bring it up as the condition, sorry. Let's see. Deep Burlington. Right, so with that, I don't have the deed, well, so on page 1, I don't have the deed reference. I'm not sure this applicant's even gonna have the deed reference, so I've got to figure out the deed reference. Then we were gonna remove the word multiple for number 4 here. And then there was a proposed, condition number 3. And
Yeah, I
forgot-
think
oh,
just rather because because their request was also for multiple signs and that in fact now they're not multiple signs, they're 2 single signs. I thought we should add a condition saying that making it clear that we were approving 2 signs
Right,
and that we were not doing, there's no longer a request for multiple signs.
right. So under number 4, the proposal would be to remove the word multiple.
Yes, and the question mark that goes with it.
Yep, thank you. Did I upload that's not Adobe, is it? Oh crap, I uploaded, let me, I screwed this up. Let me take this copy and I will upload this copy to the drive. And that way we're working on the final copy. Please bear with me 1 second. Let's see.
Telling you, it's evil, that Google Drive.
Let's see, cover materials. Lincoln. Now load. Now load. Brianna, can you please go to the Burlington Drive or back to the online, the Google Drive, go to the Burlington folder and then pick up I just dropped it right in Burlington, the NOD sign size. No, go back to the main Burlington folder. Get out of this one altogether. So click on where it's next to where it says Burlington Coat, click on just Burlington. Yep. So right there, I just added that. If you could just zoom in a hair, please.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe condition 3, maybe we should revise condition 3 just to note that it's for a single sign on the front north side as well as the back south side of the building. Well, or how to differentiate it, because it is two signs, but they don't need a multiple sign permit, you know? I don't want people to read 3 and make it sound like we're only approving the front side permit. Note that the approval is for 2 single signs, one on the front and one on the back.
Okay. I might go back to listen to the recording for this one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You can just insert
It's just,
those
honestly, it's
words.
just easier for me to do that, like when you
Yeah.
guys, yeah,
Or
That's-
do we want,
instead of
just
do
to
it.
make this more difficult, do we want to say something like, regardless of the original application, this approval is for 2 signs, not 5? No, forget it, it's too complicated.
We just want to make sure that it's clear that we're not approving the multiple sign request,
Yeah.
but that's not because we're not approving the signs.
Gotcha. I'll make all this work, I promise.
Okay. Yeah, we're clear on the concept. We're just not clear on the wording.
Gotcha. But I'm hearing you guys, and I will definitely change this up for you.
Thank you.
Of course.
And otherwise, I think this is fine.
Okay.
Any comments from anyone else? Is there a motion to approve the special permit as amended?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Roll call vote for Kate,
Yes.
Mimi,
Yes.
Rosanna,
Yes, ma'am.
Lauren,
Yes.
and Gurinder.
Yes.
Perfect.
All right. It's done. And items 2 through 8 on our agenda have all been continued, so we can skip over them. And Jane, do we have executive session business?
Yes.
All right. Is there a motion to enter into executive session for purposes of discussing the drive-through facility litigation, 500 East Hampton Road, Salma Realty?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Did we lose Brianna?
I'm sorry, she had to step out for 1 second. She'll be right back. I'll do it on a roll call vote for Kate,
Yes.
Mimi,
Yes.
Lauren,
Yes.
Rosanna,
Yes, sir.
and Gernander.
Yes, Brianna. Oh, sorry. Yes, yeah, Jeff.
Thank you.
Sorry, guys.
Not a problem. Do we know who iPhone is?
That's Gernander.
Okay. So I think formally we all have to affirm that we are alone in our various spaces and no one can overhear us. I so affirm.
Yes. The dogs will say nothing.
Lauren and Rosanna are muted, but if you want to
I'm
tell us that you're alone,
Oh, yes, I'm alone. I'm sorry. Like literally alone.
I am as well.
okay, thanks. Jane, over to you.
Thank you. So there was a status conference hearing last week with the court, and we had submitted to them our proposed revised conditions. They have yet to respond to those. Shocking. But at the hearing or the review, the court wanted to see where we are, what's going on. We made the representation that we'd forward some revised conditions. They spoke about how they haven't responded to them just yet, but that they wanted to talk about the other permits that weren't dealt with at the time, like the I don't know, there was like a couple of ancillary special permits. The judge shut that down, saying that no, it's all going to get resolved together. At this point in time, everything's been kicked out. So we have a new status conference date. It's in February. I just want to make sure. I think it's the 10th, but yes, February 10th. There's a new status conference date, and we have to provide a stipulation to them prior to that on January 31st of all the conditions which are still outstanding. That we have not agreed to, but we have to sit down and we have to have a meeting about which ones we actually think there are factual issues and that we can't agree to. And then they've set down a new trial date of May 1st, 2025. So at this point, I've had Michael Lavoie engage them in conversation about responding to our conditions. So that's where we are at present time. Once I have something substantive from the other side, I can let you guys know. But at this point in time, it's still in their hands.
Okay, you said May 21st?
May 1st.
Oh, May
Did I
1st.
say the
Okay.
21st? I'm sorry, that should have May
Oh.
1st, 2025.
Okay, yes, the trial court is really hitting on holidays for this stuff. I think
Right?
this one is like Belgium or something.
I don't. Beltane, yeah. Welcome spring.
Well, the last one was Halloween. We know
I
what.
know, right? Oh, yes, all the pagan holidays, right? The of the wheel, right? So yeah, so so we have until January 31st to come to some agreement on some of them or not, and then file
Yeah,
a stipulation as to which ones we have agreed, which ones we have not agreed. And then we'll have a conference follow it up with that, but trial in May. So that's where we are.
yeah. Okay, and just, again, from the last note we got from the judge, I'm assuming that one of the things that will be an issue of material fact is whether this is in fact so dangerous that no reasonable authority can approve it.
Right. So we'll need to make sure, I mean,
Yeah.
I'd be shocked if they'll agree to the traffic at this point. So we will have our expert make sure that they're ready, but we have time for that.
Yeah, but okay, I at least look forward to the next set of developments. It's becoming like a novel, if it wasn't already.
It most certainly is. It has been. It's going to probably continue to be. So that's where we are. But anything substantive, I'll let you guys know when I hear.
Jane, is there
Great.
ever a time where the city can say back to the judge that there's like a delay of game on their behalf or something? Because if the board was dragging its feet for even one more week, then that they'd be they'd be kicking and screaming.
I mean, I don't wanna I don't want you to, I don't want to, I guess, make it sound like the judge is not slapping them too. Because the judge is equally frustrated with them about filings that they have done, because again, they've repeatedly filed these motions to say that the other permits were constructively allowed, and the judge has repeatedly said to them, no, but they repeatedly continue to do this. They file these long diatribes of, random statements of case law that's been regurgitated over and over and over again, and the judge is like, stop, right? So like he has definitely said specifically to Attorney Pell, a few times now, like, just get down to the basics, get down to the facts, just respond, like, get to a point where you can speak to these people, to see if you can work something out. So I didn't want to give you the impression that the judge is not frustrated with them, because he is.
Okay, because I mean, at this point, we've been playing nice in the sandbox for quite many months, since the day of maybe it was a war of words when it came to the decision, but the board has been always arguably pleasant.
I understand. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. And
Yeah.
so
Okay, thank you.
the judge was definitely aware that we had sent them proposed conditions that we haven't gotten a response yet. So he definitely said, you guys need to get it together. And if we get to a point in the end of January, excuse me, and we're still in this waiting game of them not really responding to us, that'll obviously definitely be in a filing by us.
Yeah. Yeah, and just, looking at it from a distance, it certainly sounds as though he has noticed that all of the complaints and all of the delays are coming from one side.
Right.
I mean, he may feel that the law is against us, but he doesn't seem unsympathetic.
He does not.
Thank you.
You're
And,
welcome.
oops, I need to kick Stephanie out. I just let her in by accident. Okay, she's back in the waiting room. Somebody should message her and tell her what's going on. He was not here for a single sentence before I caught it.
Yeah, she's
Yeah, I
for
don't
the-
think there was anything that would have affected our executive session. It's fine.
She's for the River
Okay,
Access
good.
Center.
Yeah, so if anybody can message her and tell her that
I
we're in
just did.
executive session and we'll be back. Oh, okay, great. Okay, so, any other questions for Jane about this from anybody?
Stay tuned.
Yeah. I assume that you have now told us everything that we need to hear.
Yes,
Stay tuned. Thank you.
you're welcome.
And is there a motion to exit executive session?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Roll call vote for Kate,
Yes.
Mimi,
Yes.
Rosanna,
Yes, ma'am.
Lauren,
Yes.
and Grinder.
Grinder, you're muted.
God, I sound like crap. Sorry, guys.
Gernander? Hello,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
that's okay. We just need.
Even the phone say unmuted. I was like, why is asking me? Yes,
we can-
right? Yes.
Okay, then we can,
Perfect.
Yes.
we are out of executive session. And back
Let Stephanie in.
we can let Stephanie in.
Hold on, let me stop recording and then I will.
Yeah.